What's up, guys? How are you? And welcome to round 14. This is a
We're
brand
here.
new show, and we did it, Tony. We did it.
We're here.
Unbelievable. Look how far we've come. So, guys, I am Tim, and my friend Tony C from Florida. How are you, Tony?
Of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, right? I'm up in Canada here, Kingston, Ontario. Tony's down in Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah,
So,
right by Clearwater, about 20 minutes away from Clearwater.
Yeah. How are you, Tony?
Good, man. How you doing? All right.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So
Good stuff. This is
yeah,
exciting.
it is. So we thought we dip our toes in the podcast world here, and I think it's fun. We're doing a little background on the show here. Tony, why round 14?
Well, I mean, obviously we know the reason of round 14 as far as the Rocky series. It was the pinnacle of the movie. It's when he decided to get up and face Apollo, and it's when Apollo knew this wasn't just another bum from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think everybody has that in life and in movies too. Like there's certain movies that are pinnacle movies in your life, and those are round 14s, or something you did in life, and that was around. It could be positive. You handled a negative situation and decided to get up off the mat, or went after a positive, situation in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all the soundtracks and movies and things that we accumulate around our lives, or all these decades, that's a tribute to it. So yeah, man, round 14, everybody has one. You may not think you do, but you do. So
that's right.
That's why we did it.
No, that's great. So Tony and I, for those of you who do not know us, some of you may know who we are. We connected on a little podcast called The Rocky Files. And The Rocky Files is a podcast Thursday nights, YouTube, 7:00. So check them out tomorrow night. And we just want to give a quick shout out to Mike and Stacy at The Rocky Files. We were both guests on The Rocky Files, and we were fortunate enough to be guest co-hosts. Some really good people over there. Like I said, we just want to give them a quick shout out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're the reason that we got the little bug of trying to do it on our own. But yeah, I love being a part of that show in any way I can. I've told them that numerous times, and I still would be. They ask me anything, or ask me to co-host, or ask me to, do something for them. I mean, they're great people. I mean, the whole Rocky universe is great people. I mean, they really are. I've never seen anything like it where you meet somebody. You and I didn't know each other at all. We had no connection at all. And if you ever came down to Florida, like you'd want to hang out. I mean, because you're just like the same people. So that's what's pretty cool about it. But that's like Tim said, we started off with that stuff there. We wanted to take it a little further. Every episode we'll be talking Rocky and Rambo for a little bit, and then we'll slide into some other subjects or movies or TV shows or sports world or whatever's going on. When Tim and I talked about this idea, I pitched it as a hanging out at the sports bar with your buddies.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly.
You kind of really don't ever plan the subject when you go to a sports bar with your buddies. Sometimes you'll see a commercial on the TV and that takes you in another direction or whatever. So we'll see where we go. We have a little bit of a guideline. We want to be structured in some way, but we might start at A and go to F and then go to B, wherever it takes us.
It could be a little old age. It could be a little, you never know. And I laugh about the commercial. I have been at the bar and in a conversation and something comes on and I'm gone.
And then you start going down another path. So but the foundation of it will always be Rocky and Rambo. I mean, I definitely do not know as much about Rambo as I do Rocky. Obviously I do know about it. I did see the films. Tim's a little more of a Rambo connoisseur than I am. So he'll be taking that subject most times, but I joked with him when I said I know like 3 things about Rambo, and he was actually surprised I knew those things. So, but yeah, Rocky. Why we were on the Rocky Files and why we were in Rocky Land, and we texted and met virtually met each other. Is the movie saga that's changed millions of lives.
It
really
absolutely
has. And I was thinking on the way home from work, I said, I'm going to bring this up because I always thought about this. Like, I can't be the only one that does this. I'll flick around on TV. I'll see what's going on. This channel, that channel. Everybody. I mean, we stream now. I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
do. We stream. So everybody flicks around a little bit, see nothing's on, and then I give in. Then it comes to the point where I just decide which Rocky am I watching.
Yeah.
And I always thought, like, do other people do that? Like, to do whatever their movie group may be. I mean, the Rockheads do that, where they're like, "I'm in a Rocky 2 kind of mood today," or Rambo fanatics. Do they decide, okay, I'm going to watch Last Blood today or whatever? But I do. I with baseball season here. I watch the games. There's a lot more games to watch, so I don't really do that as often. But I do. I start flicking around, and then I'm like, you know what? I go back to Amazon. I bought them all, so they're all there to choose from. I'm like, which one do I want to watch? Okay, let's see. I'll watch two. I've been on a 2 kick lately.
Rocky 2, yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a 2 kick lately.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Rocky 2.
I was a little bit older than you are. I was let's see, I was 13 when that came out. So I saw that in the theater when I was 13 with my grandfather. And it was something else. It was
so it holds a little special place in your heart just for that.
Yeah,
reason.
Besides the actual film itself, because I mean that's the reason why the first one too. I mean, I saw that with my dad.
Yeah.
He, I didn't know anything about it. He said, "Let's go see this boxing movie." We didn't realize what it was. And I'm like, "Sure,
yeah, that's right." Changed your life, though, didn't it?
It did. It did. It absolutely did. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That a movie could change your life, you know. But I mean, you hear about things all the time where XYZ changed my life. It could be a song, it could be whatever. But so I've been on a little Rocky 2 kick. So I think of my grandfather when I see that movie. But I remember seeing it like it was yesterday, man. It's bizarre.
I did see it yesterday.
What's that?
I did see it yesterday.
Did you?
It was on TV yesterday.
Like, you don't think about. My girls laugh at me because like I get all into it. I'll be like, when he's running or something, he's doing something. I got some body movements going on. I'll be like, I'll mumble under my breath, hit him, and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, you've seen it hundreds of times. How could you root for this movie like you don't know?
Yeah. That's just it, right? See, I little bit different path at Rocky. I started with Rocky 4. Rocky 4 was the very first movie. Just I am a little bit younger, 48. So I saw Rocky 4 when I was 12, 1985.
Was that in the theater or?
It was in the theater. Yeah, it was in the theater. So I grew up just on the shores of Wolf Island, just past, off the shores of Kingston. We were in town that night. I think we were getting groceries or something like that. 12 years old. My friends were coming off the boat. And, I always like to walk on just to see who was coming off because I got it. We didn't have the internet back then, people. We had to figure out our own fun. So
exactly.
They were coming off and they said, "Hey, Tim, we're all going to the movies." And I said, "Yeah, sure." I said to my dad, "I'm going to the movies." He said, "Okay." And 12 years old, nobody cares. See you later. Goodbye. And
different times.
Yeah, so we all went to the theater and got my tickets. And I mean, I was sitting down in my seat and I said, "What are we seeing here anyways?" And they said, "Rocky 4. I had no idea. I had no idea what Rocky was.
Did they know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They knew. A couple of my friends were older.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go see Rocky. He's a boxer." I said, "Okay, boxer, sports movie. That sounds good."
Yeah.
Well, Jesus, I mean, I was blown away. I'm like, what the hell is this? This was, Apollo Creed and James Brown and the lights, and I mean, it was the MTV movie, right? So
sure,
it was for a 12-year-old to see Rocky 4.
Yeah,
in the theater, I big screen.
I mean, I'm 7 years older than you. I mean, I was 19 when that came out.
Yeah,
and same impact on me. And I had already seen the other 3.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was just like, I remember running to Foot Locker, to buy the Adidas sweatshirt. The next day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it still has the impact.
That's right. It wasn't long catching up. We saw Rocky 3 a couple days later. And I was like, all right, I gotta go back and watch this. So it's funny. I'm not sure, as much as I love Rocky and Rocky 2, I'm not sure if it would have had the same impact had I watched Rocky at 12. Just because, like I said, MTV, the lights,
Sure. Oh, no, absolutely.
Lamborghini
I
and the
get it.
money,
Yeah.
and he's living in a mansion. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
God, it's hard. People ask me, what's your favorite Rocky movie? And sometimes I can't give them an answer. I'm, you want to watch Rocky? Yeah, let's watch Rocky. You want to watch Rocky 2? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I'm all for it. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think that, obviously the first one is the most special for me for a variety of reasons. I mean, it was the first one I saw. I saw it with my dad. And
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I was 10 years old. I mean, I remember certain scenes, I was bored. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
what's going on? Let's go.
Yeah.
You really didn't get it. You weren't
Yeah.
old enough to really get it.
That's right.
And then once you started training, you were like all into it and stuff. And when you're 10, you think it's a boxing movie.
Yeah.
You don't until you get a little older. So but I mean, it's so funny because even the younger people now, I
Yeah.
they know of it, and they now, which one I don't know, but they
Yeah.
know. I had my T-shirt on the other day. I forget where my wife and I were going. It was the Yo T-shirt with his face in the O,
That's right.
and we were at a restaurant. Server goes walking by, and he goes, "Yo, Adrian!"
Yeah.
Kid's like 19 years old.
Yeah. I tell you what,
Man,
I tell you what, I work with a lady, and I'm talking Rocky, and she goes, I've never seen him. I said, well, you never seen a Rocky movie? She goes, no. And I said, not one Rocky movie. Nope. She goes, oh, you know who Rocky is? She goes, of course, he's iconic. He's iconic.
but
She's
you didn't
never
see a
seen a
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
So I think she thinks Rocky was real. Like maybe she thought it was a documentary. I don't know. This was years
Maybe.
ago. But she'd never seen a Rocky movie, but he was an icon. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
difference.
thing about with the movies in general. Like, I mean, I've seen movies that I didn't care for, or I've seen movies that I liked and I thought were great, but they didn't, they're not
Yeah.
a part of my life as it
Yeah.
is behind me.
Yep.
But I
That's
saw
right.
them.
Mhm.
All the old classics. I mean, I've seen Chinatown. I saw
Yeah.
Godfather. I
Yeah.
saw, you know, all those older movies that
Yeah.
were iconic. And
That's
especially
right.
being a movie fan. I'm like, you got to see certain movies. So
Yeah.
you watch them. I mean,
Yep.
but I mean, like you said, it's a different time. I mean, people have all this at their fingertips now, so
Yeah.
maybe they take it for
I think
granted.
that's a lot. That's part of it. Going to the movies was so special. You didn't have it, right? You didn't
Yeah.
have Netflix. You didn't have
No,
Disney
no,
Plus.
and it was special. You went to the
Yeah.
theater, you got your popcorn, it's a big
Yeah.
surround sound
Yeah.
theater. That's how and actually what's going to Rambo, I didn't see First Blood in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw that on cable.
Yeah.
I didn't even rent it. I saw it on cable, and
Right.
and I liked it. I watched it, and right around the time I saw that, it was late '83. It had already
Mhm.
gone in the theater and came back out on
Okay.
cable.
Okay.
And I just, I'm Stallone fan, so I'm like, okay, let me
Yeah.
check this out. And I liked it. I liked the movie. I thought it was great. I really, it was a lot more grounded than some of the
Yeah.
comic book style Rambos
Mhm.
that were to follow.
Mhm.
But when Rambo 2 came out and you saw that in the theater,
Yeah.
holy crap, it was
Yeah.
like,
Again, I'm a huge Rambo fan, guys. Like huge. If Rocky is here, Rambo is, Rocky's 1, Rambo's 1A. It's,
that close.
it's that close. I'm like I said, if you want to watch Rocky, I'm all for it. But if you want to put Rambo on, I'm your guy. I may be waking up on your couch in the morning and you're thinking this guy's still here watching them. No, I didn't see Rambo. I didn't see First Blood or First Blood Part 2 in the theater. We rented First Blood. Again, Stallone movie. Saw the trailer. Looked great.
Yeah.
At the end, they had a trailer for First Blood Part 2, and we all watched it. And my dad says, "Geez, I guess we better get that." Yeah. So we rented First Blood Part 2 the next weekend, and I watched those over and over
Yeah.
again. I wasn't old enough. Rambo 3 was actually rated R when it came out in the theater here in Canada.
Oh, was it?
I don't know about in the States, but it was
I don't
rated R.
remember. I did see that
Yeah.
one in the theater too.
Yeah. And
But I don't remember.
my friend says, haha, it was 88. I was like 13. I know was it 80? Yeah, 88, right? So I was 15. And
Yeah, because I
he
was
says, you're
22.
not he says, you're not gonna be able to see it. I said, what do you mean I'm not gonna be able to see it? It's rated R. I said, well, I'm going to that movie. So I I bought tickets to some other movie. I can't
I'll
tell you
take it
what
to
it
the
was.
PG movie.
Yeah, and then they don't really check your security guys at the theater. They don't
No,
care.
trust me, man. It's all.
I bought a ticket and then walked into Rambo 3. I wasn't
Yep.
missing that, so I saw that in the theater, and it was pretty good. I loved it. It was and then you've got John Rambo, you got Last Blood, so
So yeah, I
um,
mean Rambo, when that was 07 or 06 or
I
oh
think it was
eight.
06. Yeah,
Okay. It was right around the time
yeah,
Balboa came out
yeah,
around. So yeah, he went a good, 20 years.
yeah,
But
yeah.
did you just say Rambo 3 was 88?
88 for Rambo 3. So
Okay. So
yeah,
yeah, almost 20 years before
yeah,
Rambo came out.
yeah.
So
No, I remember. I thought he was done with it. I was so glad that he brought it back. Um, I, you know, the way Last Blood ended. I don't think I'm going to put a spoiler here for anybody. I'm not sure if he's done with it. I'm not
yeah, I
100% sure
mean,
if
it
he's done the
definitely left
character.
it a little ambiguous that it could, he could still want,
Yeah,
get back into the ring, the ring, but you don't
but
know. I mean,
I think it's like Rocky, right? Rocky never dies, right? So
yeah, there's certain characters that just don't, you can't kill them off. They're just that iconic.
yeah,
It's like Batman never dies, Superman, you know, uh, Rocky and Rambo. I mean, there are certain characters that they just you mention them, everybody know. Like the lady. The lady said, "I
yeah,
know Rocky."
yeah,
She knew Rocky, but she didn't know the movies.
yeah,
I mean, she didn't see the movies. I mean, so that goes to tell you something right there that how iconic it is.
yeah,
But Rambo, when um, 2 and 3 came out,
yeah,
man, that was just. I mean, they didn't make movies like that where everybody's just getting
yeah,
blown up and shot and
yeah.
beheaded and
Oh
everything
my
else.
God, the 80s. I'm telling you right now, people, 80s movies. I put that decade against any other decade. I'm sorry. I mean, I know Rocky came out in
Mhm.
76 and Rocky 2
Yeah,
came out
but
in
I mean, Rocky
78.
3 came out in 82,
Yeah.
and
You got
then Rocky
First
4
Blood.
came out in
You got
85.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, excuse me. Um, First Blood, First Blood Part 2. I mean, you got the Lethal Weapon movies. You got, Commando, Schwarzenegger, and
Yep.
Stallone. We were spoiled, guys, in the
Oh
80s.
god, yeah.
We were so spoiled. Like, there was so much material. Like, and not just Stallone and Schwarzenegger. I mean, everybody, Beverly Hills Cop
No, like you
and
said, Lethal Weapon. I mean, it was
yeah,
just there were so many different action movies that
yeah,
were real action movies.
that's right.
No
You know,
CGI of leaping from the buildings and stuff.
no, that's right.
The
Yeah,
Die Hard series.
yeah.
I
Oh my
mean, it's
goodness, eh?
and that's another one, Die Hard series. That one, I don't know how many installments. I think 6. I
Yeah,
think I'm not
yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
But they got better as they got all as
Oh
they
my
went on
goodness.
too.
No, now I got a question for you. Die Hard. Is it a Christmas movie? Do you consider that a Christmas movie?
I've
That's a
always
debate that
said
goes on for years.
I know I've always said that if the movie is taking place in Christmas
Yeah,
or is mentioning Christmas in the movie,
yeah.
then it's a Christmas movie. I actually
Agreed.
made a viewing list one season,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
had on there Rocky 4.
yeah, yeah. Oh
They're
yeah,
like, "How is Rocky 4 a Christmas movie?" I'm like, "He yells Merry Christmas to his son. How can it be a Christmas
yeah.
movie?"
That's right. You know
You
what?
know?
He's
But Die
look
Hard,
at
yeah, man,
Die Hard. He's going out to L.A. He's going to a Christmas party.
Yeah,
He's. I mean, you can't tell because it's L.A. But it's
yeah,
Christmas time. He's going to see his ex-wife.
yeah.
Talk about the kids. All fucking hell breaks loose. Like I love it. Die Hard.
It goes to show you that it
Die
is a
Hard is so
Christmas
great.
movie. My wife and I went to a Christmas party this past Christmas, and the
Yeah,
guy had on the wall by his Christmas tree a decoration,
yeah,
and it was a box, and it was a foiled, a metal, not foil, metal box,
yeah,
and there was a picture of Bruce Willis in there as John McClane with the
yeah,
lighter,
yeah,
crawling through the air vent,
yeah,
and the thing was like, I mean, it was good size. It was like
yeah,
life
yeah,
size,
yeah,
but that was on the wall for Christmas decorations.
yeah,
So of course it's a Christmas movie.
yeah. Well, and I mean, there's a famous line, right, where he picks up the machine gun and he leaves him a note and says, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho ho ho. If that's not a Christmas movie, folks, I don't know what is.
That's
So,
right. That's
Die
right.
Hard. Tony and I say Christmas movie. Guys, drop us a comment. Leave us a comment. What do you think it is? So, Tony, I'm going to spin the tables on you a little bit since we're at the
Uh-oh.
bar here.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to talk some sports here. We got
Yeah,
Stanley
go
Cup
ahead.
playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs here going
I'll
on.
talk sports if it is Major League Baseball or
Yeah.
American
Well,
NFL
Major
football,
League Baseball is nice and underway.
but yeah, I mean, you guys are into your hockey, obviously up there,
Yeah,
right at birth.
right there.
I mean,
McDavid
so
got the Oilers. Got the Oilers. So got the Battle of Alberta going on right now in Canada. 2 Canadian teams left. Calgary and Edmonton. Edmonton is up 2-1. They won last night. So Tony,
now
you live in Florida.
do you have a particular team you're rooting for in that
Yeah,
series?
Edmonton Oilers. So
Edmonton.
I
Okay.
am. I've been an Oilers fan
See, I'm
since.
not that ignorant about hockey. That used to be
Yeah.
Gretzky's team.
That's right. Yeah, I
See?
got the Gretzky. I got the Gretzky sweater.
See?
We don't call them jerseys here
I
in Canada.
noticed that.
Okay, we call them sweaters. All right, you put your
Sweaters.
hockey sweater on. They used to be sweaters, and that's why
They used to really be
they
sweaters.
used to be sweaters.
See?
In the original 6, they wore sweaters. They never wore a jersey.
That's funny.
So listen, you live in Florida.
That
You've
is
got
correct.
Tampa Bay and Florida in the playoffs right now. Tampa Bay has
Yes.
won the Stanley Cup the last 2 years,
I actually knew that.
right in your backyard. So
I knew that.
Yeah.
The bad part, though, is I did not know Florida was down in Miami. I
Oh,
thought the Panthers were.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought the Panthers were north. I thought they were up by Jacksonville for some reason.
yeah. Oh, that's
Um,
that's football. That's the
Yeah, well, that I
oh,
know. See, that one I
Carolina
know.
and the Jacksonville. Well, yeah,
But
we're
yeah.
both big football. We'll get into the football in football season.
But yeah, the couple of the
But,
guys at the job site are hockey fans, so they're
Yeah.
they're rooting for the local home team. I'm only about
Yeah.
45 minutes from Tampa, so
Right.
there's a lot of fans around here that like him. So hey, I root for the home team. I mean, I follow
Yeah.
NFL football. I'm a New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
But when the Giants are out of the playoffs, I hope the Bucks go far. It's the local team.
Well, I'm a
So,
Giants fan too, and the Giants haven't been in the playoffs in a long time. So,
been a while, my friend. It's been a while.
but
But yeah, I
well,
hope. So
brighter
is this
days.
the last 4 teams? This is the final 4?
no, we're at there's 8 teams left right now.
Oh, there's 8. Okay.
Colorado, St. Louis,
Okay.
Edmonton and Calgary,
Okay.
Tampa Bay and Florida, and the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. So those are your
Okay.
8 teams, guys. Check it out, and yeah, go check out a Tampa Bay Florida game.
I actually went to one before. My buddy is a very
Yeah.
huge Buffalo Sabres fan.
Okay.
And when he came
Okay.
to visit, the Sabres were playing the Lightning.
Yeah.
So he's like, we gotta go. And we went. I mean, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I'd have a good time with my buddies, at an insurance seminar. I mean,
All
so it was
Yeah.
good. It was fun. I mean,
it's great. It's the fastest game on earth, people.
way
right?
back when, probably around 85, if I had to guess, I was still living in New York, and
Mhm.
I had tickets to the Rangers Devils on the ice.
Yeah.
And it was
Okay.
cool. I mean, but
Yeah.
I actually tried to get into it, because my one friend is a Buffalo Sabres fan, and the other
Yeah.
one is a New York Rangers fan.
Mhm.
I just couldn't do it, man. Just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But that's
No,
okay.
But no, it's not. It's not for everybody. But I tell you, if you see hockey live, you'll be surprised how
It's
fast.
definitely
it is.
different live. That's kind of like golf.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like watching golf on TV is a little rough, but when you're there and you're watching them hit and you're walking around, it's a little different. It's a little more entertaining.
I like golf on TV. It's
I
Sunday
do too.
afternoon on the couch.
I do too, but some people
nothing
it's
better.
boring, and it is what it
Yeah.
is.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
So years ago, Fox came up with the glowing puck for our friends in the States because they said they couldn't see the puck on the ice. So
Really?
you got a black puck on the white ice. How can you see a golf ball hit 400 yards down the field?
Yeah, in the
but you
sky.
can't see a puck on the ice.
It's probably Fox is always messing with
Yeah,
their graphics.
yeah.
They are the most graphic friendly station I've ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
in
yeah.
my life.
So
They
the
got
puck
a
would go around the
graphic for
boards.
everything.
Yeah, the puck would go around the boards, and it'd be it would be
Like a little
blue.
trail.
And if they shot it hard enough, it'd be red. There'd be a red trail. And I thought, what the hell is this? They're wrecking
What
the
is
game.
going
So
on?
that didn't last long, thank goodness. So
Oh, it didn't?
Anyways,
There you
no, it didn't. They took that off. So
Yeah. see,
anyways, like I
that's-
said, guys, we flip flop back and forth here a little bit. And but Tony, I want to talk about you had a recent trip to Philadelphia.
yeah. I've had a very successful 2022 involving the Rocky universe.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah, it started right in your backyard, though, right? It started with
Yeah, it did.
Hogan's Hangout.
Yeah, Hogan's Hangout. Hulk has a bar in Clearwater Beach
Mhm.
that he started doing karaoke at, and I'm
Yeah.
actually glad I went when I did because it's gotten so big now. They charge a cover.
Oh,
They
really,
have
eh?
him. They have him really broken off now, where you can't go over there. It's a
I think we got a
lot
picture here.
different. So yeah, I mean, super cool guy.
Look at that right
Um,
there. Look at
there he
that.
is. There he is.
Hulkamania, eh?
He's it's cool. Hey, Hulk called me brother, so that's
Oh, yeah, that's
you
awesome.
know, he's like, "You got it, brother." I'm like, "All right, man. That's pretty cool getting called brother by Hulk Hogan."
I'm a
So yeah, I
huge,
met him
wrestling
there.
fan.
So that was kind of cool. And then my daughter bought me tickets to meet Carl Weathers in Philadelphia at a Comic Con.
Mhm.
So we went up there, we met him, and obviously did the whole Rocky locations. But
Look at
talk
that
about
right
a
there.
nice man. I
And
mean,
there's
he
your
first of
daughter.
all, he looks like he could jump back in the ring any minute.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that's my daughter Sophia.
yeah,
That's who got me the tickets to go. We chatted with him for a little bit, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, not real long, but long enough. And
yeah,
super nice guy, really down to earth.
yeah.
There was a little Q&A there that we could ask questions and stuff. So it was fun. And then he signed my boxing glove. I brought up a boxing glove to sign. So he signed that. And I
There it
said,
is,
I
right
said, will
there.
you write anything on there? He goes, I'll write whatever you want on there. I'm like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I want the stallion.
I
So
want the stallion. Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed. That's awesome. Look at
there he
that, eh?
is. Uh,
Really nice signature on it.
Oh yeah,
Took his time,
yeah.
right?
So he did that real nice, and
Did
and
you ask him
actually
any questions?
I met what's my daughter did. My daughter
Yeah.
asked him if he saw Rocky versus Drago, the
Okay.
director's cut,
Mhm.
and he said he did not.
Mhm.
He said, but he heard the good things about it, and then he asked Sophie, he's like, "Did you like it?" She goes, "Yeah, I loved it." He goes, "Well, that's
Yeah.
all that really matters, if you liked it."
That's all that
But
matters. At the
real
end of the
nice
day,
guy,
right?
man.
Yeah.
What's that?
End of the day. At end of the
Yeah,
day, that's all that matters. So
yeah. So
I'm
he it
gonna
was so nice,
I'm gonna put
but
that
he
picture back up here, Tony. Hang on. I'm gonna put that
yeah.
picture back up. Look at that. Eh? That's a great picture of you guys.
Oh, it's so cool. He was so
Yeah.
nice. I mean, we shook hands and we chatted. I
Yeah.
said, "Look, man," I go, "Look at you." I said, "You could get back in the ring."
Yeah.
He started laughing.
Yeah.
But I mean, once an athlete, usually always an athlete. So
Now, was it mostly Rocky questions, Action Jackson, Predator, Happy Gilmore?
it was mostly Rocky. Nobody touched on Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
It was one or two Predator. There was
Mhm.
one Action Jackson. But it was mostly and they talked to him about the Star Wars thing he's doing
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But it was mostly Rocky.
Yeah.
And actually, when my daughter went up there, two people asked Rocky questions, and then somebody asked an Action Jackson question,
Okay.
and somebody asked something else. And Sophia said, "Well, I'm going to bring it back to Rocky. Sorry about that."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Don't you be sorry." He goes, "I'm sitting up here because of Rocky." He knew it, man. He knew it shot him to
Yeah, that's right.
fame.
No, that's good.
So but yeah, really, really nice man. So it was really cool just to meet him. And
Yeah.
then we did the locations, we went to the statue and the steps and
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
went to the
Sounds like a
Italian
good time.
market. Yeah, it was good. It was a good day.
Yeah.
Good time. And I
So,
actually met Tony D up there too,
okay. Yep.
who's another Rocky File guest alumni. So
Yeah, Tony D. Tony D is a great guy.
mhm.
He posted the picture of his little guys
Yeah.
with Carl Weathers too. Just a great shot that he took the time to, do that with everybody.
Yeah. No, it was good stuff. It was good
Yeah.
stuff.
I wish, you know what? I really liked I mean, obviously Apollo Creed, right? Like Apollo is so good in the movies. I really liked Dr. Jackson. I was hoping that when that came out, I was really hoping he was going to do another one, but I
Well,
don't know what happened there.
that was actually the question. So
Yeah.
there was one person asked, "Was there any more Action Jacksons planned?"
Yeah.
And he said there was. There was supposed to be like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then he had said somebody asked him if they were to reboot it,
Right.
would he want to be involved in it, like as a police captain or somebody,
Yeah.
obviously not Action Jackson, but
Yeah.
somebody else in the movie. And he said he would love to. He goes, "I would love to. I'd produce it or I would direct it." He goes, "I would love to be involved." So who knows? Maybe down the road we might see an Action Jackson reboot, and
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
somebody
it
will
was so
play
good.
Action Jackson. Maybe he'll be the. I don't. You know what? I saw that movie once or twice. I know. I mean, I saw it a couple times.
Yeah.
I didn't see it enough to really know it.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember like if he had some kind of captain or somebody that was older, or
Yeah,
or
he did.
what. But
Yeah, he was he was. I'm definitely not going to spoil this because it was 1987,
Yeah.
right? That he made that movie, and he was a lieutenant that got demoted to sergeant. All right,
Okay.
and so basically, they put him on a desk. They said, "Look, you're causing too many problems.
Yeah, I
You're
remember that.
going, you know."
Yeah.
And he killed the person, he killed the kid, and it
Yeah.
was Craig T. Nelson's character. Craig T. Nelson in that movie too was
Yeah.
so good as the bad guy, right? So, but and it was Bill Duke from Predator was
Yeah.
his sergeant.
Yeah. See,
Just
so Carl Weathers
just a
might play the
yeah,
sergeant.
yeah,
Who
that's
knows?
right. So,
That would work
but
out well.
it was just a great movie, like just
Yeah, it was.
full
It
out
was good.
action. I mean, Action Jackson, right? So,
So
what
yeah,
else you got
so
for us, Tony?
it's been a very successful 2022. And I told my daughter, I was like, after the Philly trip, she bought me that for a Father's Day birthday combo
Yeah,
because Father's Day and my birthday are only 3 weeks,
yeah.
4 weeks apart. I said, I don't, you can't top this. I mean, this is just the best thing ever. So
Well, now we chatted earlier, and hang on, let me get this up here. We've
yeah,
got,
oh.
well, I'm sorry,
Huge news,
you've got a huge news.
huge
Tony's
news.
huge news. So,
Yeah,
Tony, the stage is yours, my friend.
yeah. Well, I did tell her that. I said you can't top this. The only way you'd be able to top this is to, from having dinner with Sly. And she laughed.
Hmm.
And December 10th in LA, I'm going to the Experience with to meet Sylvester Stallone.
Get
It's
out of town.
it is a dream come true, and I know I don't sound like overly excited yet because it's 6 months away, and I mean, unfortunately, he could cancel or something like that, but
I think I got a picture here.
there it is. This if you guys that don't know about the Experience with, it's a UK based celebrity really time. I don't know what to call it. It's a dinner. It's a Q&A. It's a meet and greet. But basically they show a video of the actor. They had other actors. They had Mel Gibson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Robert De Niro,
Right.
and Sly will be there. They'll show video. They'll show movies of clips of his movies with a live orchestra.
Okay.
Then he gets served a
Yep.
3-course dinner,
Yeah.
and then he takes the stage for an hour and a half interview and questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, picture time.
Wow.
And my as Mike says, my 30 seconds in the elevator will start when I walk in there to shake his hand and take that picture.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I thought she was joking. I'm like, this is because they weren't in the States.
Yeah, that's right.
And she,
Yeah.
they said it's coming to America. They're going to be in
Mhm.
LA. So we bought the tickets last week to go to the dinner, and then we
Right.
bought the ticket for the photo. So we're all set. We're locked in.
Unbelievable.
We have our seats. We are. I have the hotel booked. We're going. We're going. I'm going to meet this man in 6 months. I just
Yeah.
after 46 years of hoping, and I've gone over to Palm Beach. I live
Mhm.
4 hours away from Palm Beach.
Mhm.
I've gone over there and driven around the area. I've driven past his house.
Mhm.
Hoping to catch him getting his mail or something or walking his dog. But I've never wanted to meet him like in some kind of crowded situation.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
right.
didn't want to. He's in a restaurant and everybody knows he's in the restaurant, so they start milling around outside, and then he kind of just beelines it to the car because there's so many
Mhm.
people there.
Mhm.
Or the blurry shot where you're trying to do a selfie or something. So I've always wanted it to be a Comic-Con or something like this,
Yeah.
or set up somehow.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, obviously it's a ways away, but we'll definitely touch base on it when it happens. But yeah, man, 6 months from now, I'll be shaking his hand and telling him that in 1976 he changed my life.
You got the calendar. You started marking off the days, yeah?
Not yet. It's a little too
Right.
far.
Yeah.
Just but
Be like a little kid. Be like a little kid at Christmas. You'd be just
brother,
won't be
I'm
able to
telling
sleep,
you,
right?
man. I couldn't even believe when I saw it. I was like, this can't
Yeah.
be, because when I first saw it, she showed it to me.
Mhm.
It said it was a virtual. I said, I
Right.
don't want to see him virtual. I don't care about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'd be cool to ask him a
Yep.
question or
Sure.
something, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, that's right. And I
So
agree with you. Um, they're under the stars, Sly. They're under no obligation to, stop. And I mean, they
no.
do. They do take lots of pictures with fans, and it's
I
all
have
the
met
time.
dozens and dozens and
Yeah.
if I tried to list off all the celebrity, or I shouldn't say,
Yeah.
famous, whatever term you want to use,
Hmm.
sports, movies, music, TV.
Hmm.
No, they're not. And if I've been lucky enough where the people I've met have been courteous. Hey, can you take a picture?
Hmm.
Boom, boom. You're in and
Yep.
out. Shake their hand. I appreciate your work. That's it. You move on.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
I mean, there are people, man. They could have had a bad day at work. I mean, I know if I walk out of work and I had a bad day at work,
Oh,
I wouldn't want somebody stopping me and saying, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Hey, can you
yeah.
take a picture?"
Yeah.
So I respect it if it was to
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
happen,
Yep.
but that would be heartbreaking if
Hmm.
it was somebody of his stature. To
Well,
me,
I mean,
to me,
they always say careful, careful when you meet your heroes, right?
yeah.
Because you
Because I
might
mean, you
walk away
think,
disappointed.
you see the interviews. He seems really down to earth and nice and genuine.
Hmm.
You see the roles that he plays, and you think you know the man.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't know him.
Yeah. That's right.
I like to think that he's as genuine and down to earth as he is in the interviews.
Hmm.
I mean, Mike's met him several times. He says he is. John
Yeah.
Rivoli met him. He says he is. So I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
But again, what if I
That's right.
finally see him and it's that he's with his family and he's getting in the car and he's just not going to stop. He's like,
Well,
look,
and
man, I gotta go.
it's not even that. It's not that he's having a bad day. They've all got schedules. They've all got
Yeah,
appointments, and
yeah,
he could be on his way to that dinner, and there could be a group out there, and he
sure.
just, and I've
I
seen
gotta
him.
go.
I've seen
I
him
gotta
where
go.
he's not going to sign. He's just
Yeah,
walking, he's coming to dinner with his family, and he's not. And you got to remember too, he's probably seen the same people over and over and over again with different pictures and different
yeah. I
gloves
mean,
and
I've
different.
seen videos on YouTube of him
Yeah.
seeing people outside the restaurant, and he flat out tells them, he's like, "Yeah, I saw you an hour ago. You had 15
Yeah. Yeah.
pictures." I'm like,
Yeah. That's right.
they know the pros.
Yeah.
They know the pros are there, just getting pictures signed, and
Yeah.
and most of the time they obligate them with a handful. Here's
Yep.
two or
That's right.
three.
And
But
I've seen him where he make jokes about it. And he goes, I've signed for you. And he goes, no, you haven't. He goes, I've definitely signed for you. And he goes,
Matt
well, not
Damon
for
did
me. He
that. I
goes,
saw a video.
yeah.
I saw him do that. He goes, "What do you get from me when you sell the
Yeah.
picture?" He's like, "Well, yeah, I just gave you about
Yeah.
$400 worth. We're good."
Yeah. Mark, I mean, I watched a video of Mark Hamill, and he just said, I'm not signing today, selfies only. And you know what? If you're a fan, if you're a fan of Stallone or Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis or Dolph Lundgren, and they say, look, I'll take a picture with you, and he, gracious with his time, take the picture.
Yeah,
You
of
know what?
course.
Take it. The picture, I'd rather have the picture anyways. You know
Oh,
what I
agreed.
mean?
Agreed. If I had to choose, well, I did have to choose, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say I did.
Yeah.
They're not doing any signatures at this event.
Right. Hmm.
There's auctioning off memorabilia that is signed,
Hmm.
but you can't,
Okay.
like I brought the boxing glove to Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
There's not that for him. I can't bring a
Right.
boxing glove there for him to sign.
But think
But
how, I mean, you're gonna have to redo that wall behind you now, right? Because I mean, how big is this? It's gonna be like 30 by 30. This picture
yeah,
of
we
you and
can't we
Sly.
can't have an 8x10 of that picture. That's got to be pretty
No,
good
and you
size.
know what? I think Gene is gonna let you have that in multiple rooms in the house. I mean,
Yeah.
it probably
She was
should
all
go.
she and Mrs.
It'd
Stallion,
probably
she
go over the
understood.
fireplace in the living room. I mean, it could go in the dining room.
She definitely understood. I told her, I said, "This is
Yeah,
the chance of a lifetime." I just what if, what if I
yeah,
pass on this and God forbid
yeah,
something happens to him or me,
yeah. No,
so
that's right. So, Sophia, kudos for that one. You really knocked it out of the park.
she's a server at a breakfast cafe in her college
Yeah,
town. She makes very good money.
good. Yep,
And
good.
she saves up her money, then does big things. Like she doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
nickel and dime it away each week. Like
Hmm.
she just came back from a trip in North Carolina to see a concert.
Yeah,
She bought Bruno Mars tickets for my wife and my younger daughter and her to go see the concert in Boston. So
yeah. So
I
she's
mean, I gotta give
getting.
her credit. If you're gonna do it right.
So let me see. You're getting Sly, and Gina's getting Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, if you like Bruno Mars, I'm not. I mean,
All three of them, they love him. I
yeah,
mean, Michael Jackson is gone, so he's the next
yeah,
best
that's
thing.
right. My wife Tina and my daughter, they would probably take the Bruno Mars tickets, and that's just fine because I said, well, there's no room at the table for you and Sly. So
Right? That's it.
no, that's, you know what. I look forward to discussing that more with you, the preparation. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
December,
like, when
right?
it
So
actually comes closer, it's obviously gonna get, the reality of it's gonna set in, and it's gonna
yeah,
be, definitely a different animal. I mean,
yeah,
right now it's 6 months away, but, I said to my I said, "That's why I gotta get back in shape. I'm not taking a picture with this guy that I've waited 46 years to take a
yeah.
picture with, and, I look like some kind of bloated, sea mammal." So,
No, that's right. So no, that's great. I mean, this has been great. Like I
yeah.
said, we're just we started off, we connected it with the Rocky Files, and again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on YouTube, guys. Check them out. Mike and Stacy at the Rocky Files podcast. They talk all Rocky, so you want to get your fix in. Those are good people over
Mhm.
there. It was Tony and I connected there, and like I said, you're at a party, you're at a bar, you know, how you doing? Good to see you. You like sports? Sports is okay. You watch movies? Yeah, I watch movies. What movies do you watch? I like Rocky. Oh, you like Rocky? Yeah. What's
Yeah,
your favorite?
we're
You're
good. Now we can
probably
talk.
you're probably having a couple beers with that guy. So,
Now you
or
can talk.
girl or person.
Hey, I've done it. I've done it before. I've been out with at barbecues or parties or whatever, and you come across the one person that doesn't follow sports,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
they're not really into movies.
Yep.
Okay, well, try to think of something else.
Yeah.
I mean, we Tim and I already decided that this show will be no religion, no politics,
No.
just pure entertainment and fun. And that's
Yeah.
the way I look at it when I meet people. I'm not going to have a conversation that's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
very
right.
argumentative as soon as it's brought up.
Yeah, I mean, we
But
can we can agree to disagree on the movies. We can
yeah,
agree. We'll get into. I'm sure we'll get into Rocky 5 at some point in this on this journey, when we have different.
my least favorite. I know
You
a
know,
lot of people disagree with me, and I was actually very
yeah,
surprised at how many people like that movie.
yeah,
I was
you
I
know,
was very surprised at how many people felt pretty passionate about that movie.
right.
I am not one of them,
Yep,
but I
that's
mean,
right.
it's I have my reasons. But yeah, man, I way back when I was younger, I bartended in my early 20s to my early 30s,
Hmm.
and that was the rule, man. You'd come here and talk to me about a movie you saw,
Yeah,
talk to me about your team sucks, you love your dog, you hate your wife, whatever you want to say. No politics, no religion, we're good.
yeah.
Um, but
Speaking of movies, so this Friday, May 27th, I think it's the same in the States. The release,
yeah, yeah.
highly anticipated release of Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun
So
Maverick.
look at that right there. Tom Cruise, does he age?
I'm telling you, he's 58 years old,
Yeah,
and I mean, he looks like in '86 when Top Gun came out. I think he was 24.
yeah.
I mean, he looks 30 there, if that.
Well,
I mean,
and I mean that's the poster, but I've seen the trailer. I'm sure you have too.
yeah, yeah,
It looks like it's the next day.
it's
Like is
amazing.
he, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but is he sleeping in a hyper chamber, or
Well,
what is he
but
like?
I mean, my
What's he
wife had
doing?
said something, Mrs. Stallion, as you call her. She said something one time to me because I used to get so I'd look at pictures of Sly. I'm like, come on, man, look at this guy.
Hmm.
He's 59 years old, filming
Yeah.
Balboa. He's got abs.
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm 56. I look like I swallowed a beach ball. And she's like, his job is to look good.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
job is to have abs and big arms and rolling
Hmm.
round shoulders. Tom
Hmm.
Cruise's job is to look good.
Yeah.
So that's your job when you wake up in the morning and have your
Hmm.
perfect breakfast,
Hmm.
and then go training in whatever form you're going to be training,
Yeah.
for your 2-3 hours, and then you go into this read your scripts and studio, whatever. Then you're going
Hmm.
to do a jog at night, and but that's all you have to do. It's easy to
Yeah.
look. I shouldn't say easy. I'm sure I
Yeah.
know they
Yeah.
work hard,
Yeah. There's
but
long
it's
days, but
easier to look like that when you don't have to go work eight,
hmm,
9 hours at a job,
hmm,
then come home and try to jam in your workouts. So she had a point when I get frustrated by that. But they do. Their job is to look good, and they do.
yeah.
They look good, man. You got
Yeah,
to give
no,
them
they do.
credit.
And I mean, we all remember Top Gun when it came out in
Oh,
86,
massive.
1986, right?
1986. I was
So
20
I
years
again,
old.
yeah, I saw that. The first time I saw that was on VHS. Yes, VHS, I said. The old VCR. But you know what? It holds up today. I watched it.
It does.
probably about 2 weeks ago. It was one of the movies. It's one of the movies that I see on TV, and it
And
was
you stop.
about 5 minutes in, and I knew that scene coming up when, he's like, "Time to buzz the tower, Goose."
Yeah.
And he's like, and he's like, "Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full." And he's going to do it.
Yeah, you know he's gonna do
He's
it.
going to do it, right? So,
We just watched it. We just watched it 2 nights ago. Gina
yeah.
wanted to watch it to get a little
Yeah.
refresher before we went on Friday.
That's right. Like, I mean, there's so many good lines. These are the movies that you recite the lines,
Yeah,
you remember the scenes. Like I said, I've seen, like I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies, and
hundreds,
you watch a
thousands.
movie, it's like, that's pretty good. I wouldn't
Yeah,
get it again. Or
right,
if you see it on TV, it's like, geez, I'm glad I didn't rent
right.
that. I didn't pay
Yeah,
for
but
that.
when Talk to Me Goose or Negative
Yeah.
Ghost Rider or The Need for Speed,
Yeah. The
you
Need
say
for
those
Speed, right?
lines and
Yeah.
everybody knows those lines.
Yeah.
That
Even
means the movie's
even
special.
Tom Skerritt, and he's like, oh, that'll just about cover the flybys. He just he that they're in shit. That they're done. Like,
Yep.
day one. It's
They
day one,
just
and
got
they
there.
just broke like 3 rules.
Goose comes
You
out of
know.
the office and he's like, "Oh, maybe I could be a truck driver." Man, you got that number for truck driving school?
We saw on TV, like, it's just like, Maverick. That's, I mean, he's, they're talking about him. The instructors are like, is he reckless? He's like, I don't know. I mean, but he's so damn good, right?
Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and it
I mean,
doesn't, I
it's a
mean,
huge
judging by the
anticipated
trailer,
sequel. I mean, the
it
trailer
looks
looks
like
amazing.
he's an instructor now, but it doesn't look like he's lost the edge, because
No, he
if
definitely didn't
anybody's seen
lose
the trailer,
he didn't lose his maverickness,
right?
So, which is why he's only a captain after 30 years in the Navy,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
That's the
pissing
great
people off
mystery.
along the
So,
way, I
oh
guess.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great. So we,
It is, and
you know,
they said Iceman is gonna be in it, and but I
yeah,
don't know if you saw the one trailer where it showed he said the only reason you're here is because Admiral Kaczynski said you should
yeah,
be here. So
yeah,
obviously Iceman moved up the ranks to Admiral,
yeah. That's
you
right.
know.
And it's
But
funny. I was talking with my wife about that earlier, and Val Kilmer is reprising his role.
yeah.
Just like you said, and they had to, unfortunately, he's had a lot of major health problems over the last few
Yes,
years.
yes, he did. Yeah, he talks with one of those vocal
Vocal
recording
boxes,
thing
and
in
he
these
can't
boxes or
even
something.
eat. Like, he's got a
Yeah.
feeding tube. But
Actually, if you
they,
ever get a chance, go on. I think it's Netflix. There's a show. It was a documentary called Val.
yeah, I've watched it.
And
Yeah, I
did you
watched it.
watch it?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, amazing show. He really grew a lot of respect for him. I liked him as it was. I
Yeah,
mean, but watching that movie, it was
yeah,
yeah. Check that out if you can. Anybody, Val. I don't know if it's still on there or not. It might not be on there anymore. But it was amazing seeing what he's gone through. I had no
yeah.
idea. Been seen in a movie in a while.
No, that's good.
But
It's going to be great, and they had to do a lot of. I mean, the stuff they can do now. They've taken all his audio from his whole career and interviews, and they've pieced it together, so he's just got to mouth the words, and it's gonna
yeah,
look
they
like he's
used some
talking,
kind
right?
of
So voice,
CGI for the
yeah,
vocal cords. I don't know
yep,
what it was, but we'll see. But I mean, that's amazing. At least he
hmm
could be in it, though.
yeah, because I know that he was like, I got to be in this movie, and I mean,
Sure.
it's supposed to come out 3 years ago,
Yeah.
but obviously the world was upside down, still
Yeah.
is, but anyways,
But I mean,
it's out now.
he
It's
had.
coming out
I mean,
Friday.
if he had to be in it. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no way
yeah,
he shouldn't have
no,
been
that's
in it.
right. No, it's gonna be phenomenal. So
Looking forward to it. Yeah, we
look
already
forward to
have
that.
We already have our tickets for Friday night.
Yeah.
We're going Friday night.
Isn't that amazing? You remember years ago, like, you remember how you used to do it? You had to stand in line outside the
Yeah.
theater, and it was,
Yeah.
I mean, if you got there late, you were getting a crappy seat up front, and your neck
Oh, absolutely.
like that, right?
Absolutely. I
So
mean, there's a picture I posted on my Instagram of the Rocky movie, the big marquee says Rocky,
yeah,
and there's lines down the block,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and you would wait in line. I mean, that's all
yeah.
that you could do. There was no
And
other way to do it.
it was like you get to the theater, sorry, sold out. It's like,
I mean, I have to
sold
admit,
out.
I'm not going to lie. I do like this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
You get
I love it.
you have
I
your
love it.
seat reserved. It's a recliner
Yeah.
seat, I mean, it's nice.
We went to see, I know this sounds weird, but we went to see Expendables 2 in the theater. That's not the weird part. It was it was, so we bought our tickets. There was 4 of us that bought tickets. Nice. We looked at the theater and we want to be halfway up, so we bought our tickets.
Mm,
The movie was a 7:05 start, so we got
mm,
there about 7 o'clock.
right.
Went out for a couple pints, the boys, and we walked in, and I couldn't believe the theater was full. Like everybody I talked to said, "Oh, I'm not gonna, another Stallone action movie," but
Right, right.
these expendable movies, I'm telling you, they hold up. Anyways, there was people in our seats, and I came up and I politely said, I'm sorry, these are our seats. And she said, well, we've already moved. I said, well, you're gonna have to move again because I got a ticket. I got a ticket stub for this seat.
Right.
She said, well, they sold them to us. And I said, no, I've got the receipt. So unfortunately, we had to kick them out of our seats. They had seats at the very front row because they came in,
Oh, okay.
but they said, well, there was nobody in these seats. I said, yeah, because we
Yeah,
haven't got here yet.
because I just got here.
So I want to thank the movie theaters for going ahead and doing the online, pre-order seats.
Yeah.
Because you're guaranteed your seat. You're, as long as you show up, you're seeing the
Yep.
movie. So
Yep. No, I
I
love
apologize.
it. I love it.
I apologize to the people that were in those seats, but look I'm not sitting in the front row for Expendables. I'll tell you that.
No,
So
I'm not sitting in the front row for anything.
no, that's good. No,
No, our seats are good. We got some middle theater. Good
yeah,
good amount back for Top Gun. So we'll
are
see.
you seeing an
But that
IMAX?
is what's that?
IMAX?
No, we're not going IMAX. We're just going to
No,
regular theater. I mean,
okay.
we might go IMAX again at a second time, but for the first
Yeah.
one, my
You
wife.
ever sat in the V box seats? Do they have those down there?
No,
I've
have
seen
them down
those,
here.
and I'm not brave enough to sit in one of those.
I don't
I
need
guess
that
you can
much stuff
adjust it.
going on. That's still too much.
You
for
can
me.
adjust how much they move, but I'm not. No, let them do the flying.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah,
watch the thing.
exactly. But that'll be. So you're seeing it Saturday, you said?
Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're seeing it
All right, so
Saturday. My
good. I'm
buddy's.
seeing it Friday. You're seeing it Saturday. So
Yeah.
we'll touch base on that on episode 2.
Yes. Episode
Of our
2, guys,
show.
next week. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock is when we're gonna drop on YouTube.
Mhm.
So, Tony, where can people find you?
I'm just a single Instagram guy. I mean, I'm over there on Instagram at Stallion22 Tony. Everything's Rocky. So it's just all Rocky posts, Rocky related posts.
Wait till December.
Yeah.
You think
thought I posted a lot when I met Carl Weathers.
You think there's the Rocky post now? Wait till December. It's going to be a hell of a Christmas, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to ask him to follow me on Instagram. Why not?
I don't see why he wouldn't. Right?
Why not? We can't hurt.
I'd like to see that Christmas ornament you get this year.
Christmas ornament?
The Christmas ornament, you and Sly on the tree. That's going to be nice. Eh?
I might do that now. You gave me a good idea.
Yeah, it's just Gina, I apologize if you wake up Christmas morning and that's all that's on the tree.
That's all that's on the tree. Just
a bunch of decorations of Tony and Sly.
Oh God!
Anyways,
but yeah, that's
guys,
I'm on Instagram. That's the only one I have. I'm not big into social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can check me out there. Lots of Rocky posts, lots of motivational posts.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Tim's on there as well on Instagram.
Yeah, I've got the exciting at Tim Wistard.
There you go.
So that's there
you go.
I don't have his fancy name as the Stallion 22, but
I had to now. You know the backstory.
Yeah, I know the backstory.
I had 11,000 followers.
Yeah,
and I was hacked. It was Tony C22.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was Tony.C.22.
Yeah,
11,000 followers. I was hacked. Had to start over.
Maybe they didn't like the dot. I don't know.
Tony underscore 20 C20.
Yeah.
3,000 followers.
That's great. Hey, you know what?
Got hacked.
Yeah.
I said they must have a problem with Tony C. I don't know.
Listen, you're a perfect candidate for round 14 because you know what? You got hacked. You got back up. Got hacked again. You got back up.
So now I have 600 followers and building.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the account doesn't get messed with because I kind of like the name. So
yeah, no, it's good.
But it's always been 22. I actually wore 22 when I played sports in my younger years.
So did Sly.
Exactly.
Right?
So did Sly, and so did another big idol of mine growing up, Mr. Burt Reynolds. So he wore that in Longest Yard, and
another
so
great movie. We'll get into that. We'll get into The
yeah,
Longest Yard
yeah. Oh, we'll have
another
plenty of
time.
movies to
So
talk about.
we'll get into the comparison. I like them both, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll get into those again.
Something. This will have to be homework of mine. I never finished watching the remake.
Oh, really? The remake is really good.
I couldn't buy into Adam Sandler being the role of Paul Crewe.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I will watch it just so we can compare the two. That'll be a good episode.
Anyways, Tony, I want to thank you so much for jumping into this with me. This new adventure. I mean, it's great. We had a little, like I said, we had a little bit of the bug we caught on the other shows. It just seemed like a fun. Yeah, you know what? And it's just fun. And we're gonna keep it light. If you're passionate about it, if you're keeping it light, reminiscing. It's good to find people Rocky in the Rocky land, the movie land, the sports land. You want to talk about it. Drop us a message, guys. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell us what you thought of the show. You know what? Follow us on Instagram for more previews of upcoming shows of what we're gonna do. And this has been a blast, Tony.
And so definitely let us know. We're not thin-skinned. You don't have to sugarcoat it and tiptoe around it. Guys, you sucked. Let's talk about it. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
We'll address each of them if we can. We'll see. Or subjects you want to hear us talk about, or movies you want to hear us get our take on, or whatever. So man, this is a blast. This is good. So we'll have to.
All right, man.
We'll have to do this again next week, and we'll talk
see you
about
next week. Listen, enjoy the movie, and
you too.
We'll see you guys. Take care.
You too. Take care, guys. See you.